Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your March 2018 general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers. Thank you always for all your likes, shares, subscribes, and for those of you who take the time to send in your support and feedback and comments, always welcome. And also a big thank you to all of my clients, both regular and new, for keeping me so busy with the personal one-on-one readings. It's a pleasure and an honor to read for you. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you've never read with me before, or you ever have one of those days where you feel like your hair looks like you've been electrocuted, I should start this over, but I really don't want to. Anyway, for those of you who are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before or you've forgotten the information, just go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on the About button for more information and my contact info, which you will also find attached to the description bar of every video that I post. Turnaround time for personal readings is pretty fast because I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So we can schedule a reading for you, live or recorded with me, within a 2-week period of time or so. Sometimes it's a little sooner. It can be as soon as a few days for cancellations or reschedules, but almost always within a 2-week period of time we can set up a reading for you. So you can email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. If you're looking to connect with me more immediately and you just have a quick question, maybe you have a decision you need to make on the fly or something you just want to look at really quickly, you're not looking for the more traditional in-depth readings, you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy, and that link is also with the rest of my contact details. So either way, I would be delighted to work with you, so send me an email and we will go from there. So moving right into this reading. This reading is for the Earth sign of Taurus for March 2018. Make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well if you know them. They can provide you additional insight and clarification, and they may even resonate a little more predictably for you than your primary sun sign. Because these are general readings, and general readings can be kind of tricky because basically we're reading for a lot of people. So for some of you, this reading may resonate in one area of your life, like love and romance. For others, it may be work, career, and finance, although the energy and the advice fundamentally remains the same. So watching your rising and your moon sign can provide additional insight and details to what's going on in your life. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what is in store for our bulls, the Earth sign of Taurus for March 2018. Okay, Taurus, we begin with the Seven of Swords, followed by the Four of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, followed by the Three of Cups, and the Chariot, followed by Judgment. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the Lovers. It's all about making a decision or trying to make a decision, perhaps, the month of March, Taurus. Your overall energy and guidance, you have some beautiful cards too. You have the Four of Wands, which is always a celebratory card, and the Happy Surprise card. You've got at least an unexpected blessing coming your way. It could be attached to home and family, friends and family, or may happen at an actual celebratory event. You've got the Three of Cups, which has a high social energy to it too, spending time with people you really connect with, kindred spirits, friends and family. So it does look like there's going to be, for some of you, it just may be a lot of socializing for the month of March, or it may be focused around a specific event or party or get-together of some kind. Your overall energy is the Lovers. Overall energy and guidance is the Lovers. Major Arcana card can represent a very kinetic, passionate, karmic connection, soulmate union. And it also often represents a choice, needing to make a choice, a pretty significant choice that's going to affect a primary relationship. In the early tarot decks, this card was referred to as the choice, not the Lovers. And sometimes the implication is, you know, some of you, it could be choosing between two people, or just making a decision that's going to affect a primary relationship, or you and the other person, your partner, may be in the process of making a decision that's going to significantly affect either the relationship or your day-to-day life. By partnership, it doesn't necessarily mean love and romance, although the Lovers is a pretty strong indication of that, as opposed to the Two of Cups, which is often called the soulmate card as well, but can point to other soulmate connections besides romantic ones. The Lovers is more of a strong indication of that, but it can represent significant choices as well. I'm actually going to pull one more card from the bottom to follow that Lovers. Okay, so it's the Empress, which is a card of fertility. She's kind of the traditional Earth Mother of the tarot. It can represent mother or mother figures, maternal figures. It can represent literal fertility. Some of you may be maybe in the process of deciding to have a family, or maybe you've gotten pregnant, and there is some kind of energy about keeping something undercover, at least in the first part of the month, or keeping something to yourself in the first part of the month. So maybe some of you may literally be pregnant and not telling people, or not even maybe telling your partner, trying to figure out if you should tell your partner. The Empress can also represent new beginnings, because what does fertility really mean? It represents that the time is right to start to plant seed in order to start manifesting and growing something different. And typically when the Emperor shows up, it's a green light. It's a good sign that it's the right time to start new things, you know, new relationships, new projects, new jobs, etc. It's also a card of nurturing, being good to yourself. It kind of combines, the Empress combines that beautiful balance of the earthly and the sensual and the tangible with the unseen and the spiritual as well. So whatever this significant decision it looks like you're either making or going to be making or contemplating making during the month of March, Taurus, it's connected to a primary relationship. The specifics and details are going to vary because there's so many of you watching in a general reading. For some of you, it's going to be this situation, and for others, it's going to be another situation. But the energy and advice remains the same. That's kind of the key to understanding and utilizing general readings. And in looking at your elemental energy, the elements that govern each suit, fire, air, water, emotions, you have more Pentacles cards here, which is earth energy. And in the tarot, the energy of the suit of Pentacles, that earth energy, typically manifests in an earthly, tangible way. And it can often represent money, or deal with the area of your life that deals with concrete, tangible things, money, finances, property, real estate, job, etc. So we have the Seven of Swords and the Four of Wands at the end of February, beginning of March, time being always fluid, of course. The Seven of Swords, you know, it's sometimes nicknamed the Thief card because it can represent deceit, slipperiness, something appearing to be one thing but in fact being something different, you know, behind the scenes. But it can also represent maybe going off the grid or using perhaps unorthodox means in order to achieve your goals. And it can represent keeping things hidden or keeping things to yourself, which is primarily what I feel for you, Taurus. There's more of a sense of not talking about something or keeping something secret or to yourself for the time being. I say for the time being because I don't feel like this energy continues throughout the whole month. It's more end of February, maybe through the first week or two of March. The Seven of Swords is accompanied and clarified by the Four of Wands, which is that celebratory card. It's also the happy surprise card, the unexpected blessings. And it's not a card of an indeterminate time, meaning when the Four of Wands shows up, whatever this unexpected blessing is that's coming your way, even though you know it's coming, it's going to be there's an air of unexpectedness to it. It's going to take you off guard, and it's going to make you quite happy. The Four of Wands can represent an actual celebratory event. It can be a formal event, you know, like something, a party or a get-together which has a theme, you know, like a wedding, an engagement party, an anniversary, retirement, you know, birthday, something like that. Or it can represent, you know, casual get-togethers. It reminds us of the, or reminds us to remember this and reconnect with the simple joy and gratitude of appreciating what we have in our life and who we have in our life, and being with people that we really love or care about and feel connected to, and enjoying and reconnecting with those simple joys and feeling quite grateful for that as well, whatever form it comes in. Particularly important in the world we live in today, where we're always hustling and bustling around and have our face stuck in one screen or another, right? So it reminds us to reconnect and experience a renewed sense of joy and gratitude for the people and the relationships we have in our life as well, particularly the simple joys of getting together and having celebrations and enjoying each other's company too. Now, so the Seven of Swords is crowning that. So it could be that you are I feel like some of you are pregnant, but you're not telling anybody for the time being. You may be planning a celebration around this. You may be getting, I mean, some of you, because I feel like for some of you that Empress card is literal fertility. Some of you, you may be being literally pregnant, or you've gotten pregnant and you're wondering how to tell your partner, or if to tell your partner, you know, depending on what the relationship kind of status is. Some of you, you're just keeping this news to yourself and you're not telling friends and family, but you're planning on doing it. Or perhaps you maybe even be telling family, a few family members, but not kind of letting that go outwards. Some of you, this decision could be about getting engaged or getting married. Some of you, I feel like it's moving or starting a new job too, because you have more earth energy than anything else. So it's definitely the focus is there's lovely celebratory energy, but and there's trying to make a decision and maybe not talking about it so much. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's focused in that area of your life that's tangible, or that deals with the tangible day-to-day way that you live your life, your routines. Some of you, it feels like you're kind of maybe going back and forth. Maybe that's where the decision-making process is in. Around the second week, middle of the month or so, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So this earth energy coming in here. We have in that first week Swords and Wands, which is air and fire, which is thinking and creating and building and manifesting. So the Ace of Pentacles, aces represent the number one, so they always represent the beginning of something new, the start, being at the beginning of a path or having a new opportunity in front of you. It's tangible in nature because it's pentacles. It's often a card that comes up for moving, relocating, sometimes beginning a new job. Sometimes it can represent receiving an unexpected sum of money that enables you to have the resources to begin something new or to have a new start. Often a moving, relocating card. So you're either starting something new, or there's an opportunity in front of you. It may be moving and relocating for some of you. Could be starting a new job, and it could be a combination of those, maybe moving or relocating to start a new job. You may just be moving for, I mean, the reason for this new beginning and this opportunity for a new beginning are blessed in nature. There's an undercurrent of really happy energy and socializing and being around people you care about and really enjoy being with, friends, family, home. So whatever this new opportunity is, whether it's job, moving, relocating, moving because of something joyous that's come up unexpectedly in your life, or something maybe that you've been hoping for and it's finally here. That's for some of you. For another portion of you, this something new that has come up has presented an offer, an opportunity, perhaps to start something new. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles represents a new beginning. The Empress represents, that the time is right for a new beginning. You have the Two of Pentacles with that Ace of Pentacles, which is a card traditionally associated with juggling. Twos can represent being at a crossroads, duality, choices, needing to make a choice, choosing between one thing and the other. The Two of Pentacles can sometimes represent just being very busy. Some of you may have a couple of different offers or opportunities, and even if it's just one new beginning, some of you may still be in the process of trying to decide, do I move on this or not? Do I begin this, and how do I do this? It may be that you're starting something new, but still trying to release or lay the old path to rest, and you may be quite busy in doing that. Sometimes the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles can just represent the chaos of actually physically moving. So I keep getting for some of you, there's a sense of moving or relocating. Some of you may be moving out of state or quite a ways away to start something new. Some of you may be getting married. The Four of Wands can sometimes represent weddings too, and the Three of Cups, that's socializing and having a good time with people you connect with. It could be that you're getting married, celebrating something, and you're moving. Maybe you're having a going away party of that sort too. But some of you are in this decision-making mode. And I feel like those of you who are, because I don't feel like all Tauruses are. It's kind of like this reading is split into 2 or 3 different groups of Tauruses. For those of you who are in the process of making a decision, I feel like at least in the end of February, the first part of March, you're trying to figure it out yourself. You're not talking too much about it. I feel like maybe something has occurred and hopefully this isn't confusing you, because it's sometimes a challenge when I get 5 or 6 different stories in my head of what's playing out for different people. There is a sense that at least in the beginning of the month, you're not talking about what's going on, whether you've made the decision or you're trying to make a decision. And it could be you and your partner trying to make this decision together and not talking to other people about it. Or just keeping something to yourself, even though it's a very positive something. Some of you may be trying to make a decision that's going to affect a primary relationship. You're not talking to your partner about it yet. Maybe it's something that, maybe it's moving, relocating, having a new job, starting over. Maybe it's getting engaged or getting married, or again, some of you, it's pregnancy as well. It just depends on which Taurus you are. So there's definitely this kind of excited, anticipatory, but kind of keeping it sort of under wraps, and do I move forward with this, or how do we move forward with this? And for some of you, that moving forward is quite literal. So we then have the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, and it's right next to the Ace of Pentacles. Knights often represent something being brought to you or being extended outwards, offers, opportunities. Again, Pentacles, so it's tangible in nature. Again, this could be sometimes the Knight of Pentacles shows up for job offers, a relocation, or tangible help, tangible resources that you need, an opportunity for that. They can also represent the speed at which a situation moves. Out of all 4 of the Knights, they all represent a fair amount of speed, because Knights are known for their speed, spontaneous, impulsive speed, but they're very dedicated and single-minded because they have a mission and a quest to accomplish. So it's about focusing on what's in front of you and how you're going to get there, and not allowing anything to get in your way as well. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest of all 4 of the Knights. It's not to mean that he is slow, but this is about, he's the one that carefully puts one foot in front of the other, considers everything he's going to need on his path. You can count on him. You can rely on him. He does all the work, and he makes sure that the job is finished from beginning to end. So tangible offers and opportunities. It looks like a good practical energy as well. Some of you may be forming something with a group of people. Maybe it's a business, or you're coming together on a project of some sort as well, because that Knight of Pentacles is accompanied by the Three of Cups. You may just be celebrating. I feel like a lot of you, there's at least one party or celebration that you're either hosting or going to. And I feel like it's a celebratory energy. The Three of Cups is about getting out there, having a good time, being with people that you really enjoy with, kind of that kindred spirit, sisterhood, brotherhood kind of energy, and really celebrating something. And the Four of Wands is celebratory too. So you guys will have to write in and let me know what this is, because I think for some of you it's going to be one thing, and others it's going to be another, but there is fundamentally this lovely celebratory energy. There's something new which has come into your life. It's a new opportunity. It's a new start. Some of you are still trying to decide whether to take it or how to take it, maybe how to tell your partner, or how you guys are going to work this out. But it's exciting, and it's beautiful, and it's happy energy. It could be that this unexpected blessing or happy surprise that we have at the very beginning of the month or the end of February is something which manifests around the middle to the 3rd week, which is why this more celebratory energy is continuing as well. You know, it's like, hey, we have this new beginning, or hey, I just got this new offer, or hey, we're starting on this new thing, or hey, we're having a baby, or hey, we're doing this. And everyone is so overjoyed and happy. It's just a beautiful, beautiful feeling. I feel like for the majority of you, it's going to be a pretty busy month. And at or towards the end of the month, Taurus, you are really often running because you have a combination of two very powerful major arcana cards. You have the Chariot and Judgment. So the Chariot is a card of motion, swift, forward, powerful, successful motion. It's about knowing where you're going, knowing what you want, deciding on that big goal, and then setting your small goals to get there. It's about staying focused on your goal. It's about winning by staying focused, intentional, practical, resourceful, and not allowing anything to slow you down, to stop you, to make you lose momentum, to distract you. It's a card of success almost by sheer will and perseverance and the way that you operate, because that's what chariots do. You have to operate that chariot. You have to know where you're going. You have to control the chariot. The animals that are, operating the chariot, you have to pull together all these resources together and be the master of your surroundings, know where you're going, and be decisive and assertive and aggressive even, and stay focused on what your destination is. So it's a very powerful card of forward movement and success and staying focused on your goals and belief in your goals. Now it's paired with the Judgment, which is another major arcana card and a pretty powerful one. Judgment is a call to action. It is time to move, but it's a call to careful action. And the cautionary advice with Judgment is that there's always an air of finality to Judgment, meaning it's time to choose to start whatever this new offer or opportunity is, but make sure that you do it in a practical, resourceful way, because the air of finality means that whatever you set into motion, whatever path you choose, or whatever choices you make, they're going to stick. It's going to lay the groundwork for quite some time. You're not going to be able to kind of, oh wait, I changed my mind kind of energy. So it is a call to action. So it's time to move. And be very decisive about that, but don't be too spontaneous and impulsive either. I mean, you can take kind of a note out of the Knight of Pentacles book. He's a knight, so he's very single-minded and focused as well, next to the Chariot, which is how the missions and quests are accomplished, which is how goals are met and achieved. But he does it in a particular way. He's all about and that's a great place for him to be sitting next to the Chariot, because the Knight would be a great person to operate the Chariot. What's my main goal? This is my destination. Okay, then I need to set little goals to get there. How do I get there in actually a practical, resourceful way, rather than starting out on a trip and just throwing a couple pairs of socks in a suitcase and off you go. This is about moving forward decisively in a planned, practical, but still no holds barred kind of way. It almost feels like, Taurus, I often get sometimes mental images of the animal signs that are associated with each a zodiac sign. And for you, you're Taurus, you're a bull. And so the image I get in my mind for this month of March, Taurus, I know it's going to sound kind of funny, but it almost feels like the end of February through maybe around the middle of March. It's kind of like you're the bull and you're kind of, you know, stomping your hooves and pawing at the ground and snorting and kind of, you know, trying to decide if you're going to go charging off or not, because once a bull starts charging, get out of the way, because nothing's going to stop it, right, Taurus? But sometimes it takes a minute for that Taurus to kind of work himself up to it. And it kind of feels like that's the energy the first half of March, maybe even the first 2/3. But then you make your decision, you choose the path, you act on this opportunity. There's a lot of celebrating going on about it. And then at the end of the month, that's when the action starts. That's when you go and you go forward in a very forceful, decisive, but practical and calculated way, which Taurus is actually your energy. You are well suited for this path, because it's inherently your at least the stereotypical Taurus traits as well. And some of you, this may be strictly about and focus on a primary relationship. For others of you, it may combine both a primary significant relationship and the work arena, or tangible moving, relocating, maybe starting a new family. Again, it's a general reading, so it's going to mean different things to different people. The energy is the same. If you're in this decision-making mode, it looks like the majority of you are going to actually begin something new? Are you going to take the offer or the opportunity that's in front of you? You're going to tell people about it at some point during the month. There's some unexpected blessings coming your way, and at the end of the month, you are fully in bull mode and off and running, literally. So Taurus, a beautiful, powerful reading. So thank you very much for watching it. I hope that it has been helpful to those of you watching, or at least it hasn't confused you too much. I know I got kind of 5 or 6 different messages for different Tauruses out there. Again, if you would like a more personal, tailored just for you one-on-one reading, go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on that About button for more information and my contact info, which you will also find attached to the description bar of all the videos I post. Please feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire. I would be most happy to work with you, schedule a reading with you, live or recorded, as quickly as we can. And you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. So Taurus, I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the March 2018 mid-month readings. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy, happy life. Take care, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.